Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. Remember, this is just for fun and educational purposes, so we can all learn from this, but I'm not your financial advisor. Let's look at S&P 500, the American index S&P 500. This is the weekly chart on the S&P 500, and on the weekly, as you can see here, we have the 20 EMA. We have bounced all the time. We have bounced back above the 20 EMA. So S&P 500 is not willing to stay below this level right now. So let's see how this unfolds. If we stay below this level, we may get down as far as the 50 EMA. But here earlier, when you see that we have stayed below, we had stayed below this level, we hadn't even touched this 50 EMA. So once we get below that level, we are not sure that we are going to go that far. Let me show you where it is right now. It is at 4,064. That's the weekly chart on S&P 500. Let's look at the daily. So here we are on the daily chart of the S&P 500, and yeah, so as I pointed out, we have a high, higher low, higher high, and another higher high, but then we made a lower low and a lower high. So we are in a dangerous territory. We even made a lower low level, and now we have come back to this level. I think this yeah, I drew this line, which is seems to me like a head and shoulder pattern, but we have come back to this line. Maybe just to touch it. We will see what happens here. Maybe we will bounce back down and fall all the way to the price target. I measured my price target again. We started to come down, but we haven't touched my price target yet. So let's see. So let me show you. My price target is actually not 4,200, but 4,162. So around this level is my price target. In order for us to see S&P 500 bullish again, we need to make a higher high, which we haven't done it yet. So we need to get above this level of 4,470. We need to get above that level. That could be a stop loss, because once we get for shorts, once we get above that, then we can expect that we have a turnaround. And of course, with shorts, we need to be careful on the American indices. Fed can always step in and say something, and then everyone will be happy again and start to buy everything, and we can shoot up. But right now the trend is downwards, and the trend is your friend until the end. In fact, the 20-day EMA crossed the 50-day EMA, which is a bearish sign right here. Okay, let's look at the 4-hour chart. Sorry. So this is the 4-hour chart on the S&P 500. Yeah, we have a nice bounce back. Here we had a W pattern which played out very well. If we measure this, not counting the week, then this area, and put it here, project it here, we have come up to these levels, and then we built up a little head and shoulder pattern. We broke down, met the target there, and right now this could be a slingshot pattern, suggesting that we will have more move to the upside. But right now, yeah, once we got above the 50-day EMA or 50 EMA, this is the 4-hour chart, we have always come back to this level. Okay, so let's see how this unfolds. This is the SP500. Let's look at one more index, the Nasdaq. Let's see what we can see here on Nasdaq. This is the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart, we are in a downtrend. We have a high, a low, lower high, lower low, and so we are in a downtrend. Okay, daily chart on the Nasdaq. Okay, so there's the daily chart on Nasdaq. Downtrend, low, low. This is not a lower low, but this is a low, but we have a lower high, and now we have a lower low compared to this one and the previous low as well. So we have a lower low, and yeah, I said we might have here a little head and shoulder pattern. This is not a very nice pattern, a nice looking clear looking head and shoulder pattern, but it seems to be one, so we could have a price target at around 14,050, 14,060-ish levels. So we are still bearish. In fact, the 20-day EMA crossed the 50-day EMA. This is a bearish sign, suggesting that we will have more pull downs. Okay, let's look at the weekly on Nasdaq. The weekly chart. So this is the weekly chart on Nasdaq. Yeah, on the weekly, the 20 EMA is holding. We've come below that level, but we came back. We've come back above it. So right now we are above it. Maybe Nasdaq doesn't want to go below it, but once it gets below it, we will probably break down. As you can see, it happened all the time. Here's the 20 EMA, and when we got below it, we came back above it all the time, and this happened right now. This is the case right now, and it may happen that we will not stay below this. Once we do, that's a bearish sign on the weekly as well, but it's still holding. Good. So that's much about the indices. See you next time.